We welcome you to our continuing coverage of the Philadelphia Eagles 2021 training camp. I'm Eagles Insider Dave Spadaro, here at the NovaCare Complex with running back Jordan Howard. A couple days after the preseason opener. Fill us in. How'd you do?
I feel like I did well with the reps I had. I didn't have that many, but I tried to focus in on the special team reps since that was new to me, but I feel like I'm getting that down pretty well.
Coach Nick raved about your Blitz Pickup, your pass pro. Let's go through it. Tell me about it. You drilled the guy. You hadn't been able to hit a whole lot of people out here in camp. That must have felt great.
Yeah, that was definitely my first contact in a while since we haven't been really doing any contact in practice. But my first guy, he stepped up. I saw he wasn't blitzing, so I leaked out to see the other guy. And it was like quick, so I just had to get on him, and I didn't think I was going to hit him that hard.
Are you somebody who's gotten better through the course of your career at Pass Pro?
Oh, definitely. I feel like when I was a rookie, my head was spinning, didn't really know what to do, didn't know who was coming.
Why is it so hard? It's because you don't know where they're coming from?
It's because they disguise it real well, and because in college you wasn't really asked to do that much, so it makes you a little nervous. So I think that's a big thing. But once you've been in the league for a few years, you get it down, and it becomes easier.
Well, when you're young, you don't think about it because you're getting football all the time, and so you don't really have to develop the skills. Now you get to the NFL. Is that the most kind of that running backs have to learn, the most difficult part of the understanding of the job responsibility? You can run, score a bunch of touchdowns, but you got to be able to block too.
I definitely feel like that's probably the biggest adjustment for running backs coming into the league because, like I said, in college you weren't asked to do that. So you got to definitely dig in on that because if you can't protect the quarterback, they're not really going to put you in because the run plays, they're easy to pick up. I mean, the pass plays, they're kind of difficult, but once you learn the concepts, it gets easier. But definitely protecting the quarterback is the biggest thing.
Jordan, I find it interesting your mindset coming into this camp. I mean, the story is that you felt that 2020 didn't go your way, humbling experience, not sure if you wanted to continue. Can you take us through and what people can learn from, hey, when things don't go your way, you can stop or you can fight back? And what was going through your mind this whole time?
2020 was a difficult year for me, football-wise, but I just had to look myself in the mirror, see what I had to work on. Like, I couldn't blame other people. I had to see, like, where I went wrong last year and what I could fix. So just work out in the best shape I could be, just come in great shape, great weight, just give myself a chance.
When you looked in the mirror, you saw somebody who wasn't in the kind of physical conditioning that you wanted to be in? Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, yeah, definitely, because last year I was coming off the injury, so I kind of let that affect me. I couldn't work out how I wanted to, so I kind of let that get to me, and I just didn't put myself in the best possible shape I could be in, so I feel like that affected me. So I just wanted to not have that affect me this year.
At this level, can something like conditioning be the difference between being a good player and being out of the league?
Oh, definitely, because if you're not at the weight they want you at, because you might think it doesn't matter, but once you learn and stuff, you think they're against you, but once you learn, you know that you need to be at a certain weight so you can move a certain way. And as you get older, you slow down, so you definitely have to keep the weight off too.
Did you take off a significant amount of weight?
I took off a little bit of weight. I wasn't really much, but like I said, a lot doesn't make. You don't think it makes much of a difference, but it really does.
And do you feel more like you got more wiggle out here, got a little more burst? I mean, how do you feel it physically out on the field?
Oh, I definitely feel a lot better. And then last year I was in Miami, so the heat in practice was pretty bad. But this year we had pretty good weather. Today it was pretty hot, but I definitely feel like I just move around all around better.
Jordan, the humbling experience of being in the NFL, what have you learned about yourself through your career?
That I can handle adversity. I started off well with my career. The things started going down a little bit, but I'm still here, so I still got a chance to finish my career how I want to. So that's what I try to take control of that.
I would say you started out really well. 3 years in Chicago, Pro Bowl. You and Zeke were the most productive running backs in the league. If you could go back to that time, knowing what you know now, would you have treated yourself differently, your body differently from 1 year to the next?
Yeah, I definitely would have treated my body differently, but as you make mistakes, you learn lessons. So I feel like I wasn't ready to learn those lessons at that time. So I definitely feel if I knew what I knew now, I would be in a better position. But the past is the past, so you can't really dwell on that.
How's this offense coming along? What do you like about the offense? We have not seen it. We won't see it until the first game of the season against Atlanta. But tell us what you got going in X's and O's to go along with the Jimmies and the Joes.
It's coming along pretty well. They're pretty running back friendly. I feel like they asking us to do a lot, pass pro, route running, and of course running the ball. But I feel like the offense is going to be very versatile. And I feel like the sky's the limit, really.
Are you feeling pressure, good pressure from the competition in that room, knowing that you have nothing guaranteed?
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling pressure. We all feel pressure because we're all trying to push each other each and every day. We're not really worried about roles. We're just trying to come out and get better each and every day. So give ourselves a chance, like whether we're on this team or another team. So we're just trying to put good film out.
You started the preseason opener. Miles didn't play. Thought on that? Surprise to you? Expected it? What was going through your mind?
Yeah, it's definitely a surprise to me. They told me right before the game because Miles was gonna play. Then they told me he wasn't. So then coach told me I was going. So it was definitely a surprise to me. But I felt like I handled it pretty well.
And did it make you feel like, hey, I must be doing pretty well here? The coaches must like what I'm doing in training camp.
Maybe a little bit, but I can't put too much weight into that because it's still a long camp. We still got 2 more preseason games, so I still got a lot of work to do.
Is there, Jordan, a temptation for young players? You know, you've been in the league a few years. You're still a young guy, but is there a temptation for young guys to look ahead to the Patriots coming to town, the Patriots preseason game, things that happen down the road where in the NFL you have to stay in the moment?
Yeah, definitely. As a young guy, I feel like you try to look too far ahead sometimes. So, like this year, I just been trying to take everything one day at a time, like get through one day, and then I worry about the next day when it comes. So that's like the approach I'm taking this year, like taking it one day at a time.
Did you take meditation or anything? Like, how do you learn to retrain your brain?
I don't really do meditation, but I'm really just talking to myself daily when I wake up. Like, okay, this is today. We're gonna focus on today, and then we'll worry about tomorrow when it gets there. And after the day passes, I don't really worry about it.
A self-reminder. In the past, maybe you just got up and went about it and didn't think about it. Now you kind of pause and say, "This is what I'm going to accomplish today."
Yeah, definitely. Like sometimes you just try to get through it, just like I'm gonna get through this day, and then the off day is the next day. So if I can just look ahead to the off day, I can push through. But now I'm just trying to take it one day at a time.
There are a few off days in this training camp. What do you do for fun? I mean, is an off day just lay around and do nothing?
Off day, you definitely rest, get a massage, get a little treatment. You work out a little bit so you can have a little conditioning and stuff when you get back off the off day. So I lay around a little bit, but not too much. But I try to definitely get a lot of rest.
Catch up on your reality TV? Anything like nothing?
Nah,
like that?
I haven't really been watching TV as much.
It's all football, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it studying the game plan, studying the language of the playbook?
Yeah, I feel like I got the playbook down pretty well, but I can still keep learning more. But just like even when I'm watching other football games, I don't really watch to study. I watch as a fan.
And the Patriots come to town. Will it be great to see other players on defense who are not wearing midnight green? I mean, you know all of these players. You know everything they do.
Yeah, it'd definitely be great. Like in the game, it was great seeing other people not wearing the same colors as us. So it was definitely great, and it was fun to go out and hit somebody for the first time. So I'm looking forward to it.
Good stuff. Jordan Howard, thanks so much for joining.
Thank you.
Good luck this week when the Patriots come to town, and then preseason game number 2 against New England Thursday night at Lincoln Financial Field. I'm Eagles Insider Dave Spadaro. Thanks for joining us.